Okay lads, so we just drew this in orthographic projection in our test, and now we want to go and model it in class. So we're going to open up SolidWorks here and we're going to go into part. Okay, so let that load up. So over on the left hand side here we are given our planes of reference. So we have our top plane, we have our front plane, and we have our right plane. Okay, so these are our three planes, and we are going to start by drawing the base of this shape here. Okay, drawing the base. So back into SolidWorks, and we are going to draw onto the top plane. So if we hit our space bar and then hit the top like this, this will be us looking straight at our top plane, and we are going to go to Extrude Boss Base in Features, and we're going to draw a center rectangle. So over here to the rectangle shape, go to the drop down menu, and we'll find center rectangle here. Go into the center point here and dragging out and clicking again. So we have a rectangular shape here now, but we don't know any of these dimensions just yet. So we want to dimension that to be the same as this shape here. So we see that the dimensions are 70 by 100. So up here to Smart Dimension, the smaller side is going to be 70, the larger side is going to be 100. Okay, so there's our rectangle now, 70 by 100, and it's done through the center point here. So green tick when we're finished dimensioning, and exit sketch. So now we are in Extrude Boss Base, so we're going making the rectangular sketch into a 3D shape. So at the moment it's 10 mil, but if we go back into our drawing, we see that this dimension here is actually 12 mil. So back into SolidWorks again, this needs to be 12 mil. So we have our shape now, 70, 100 and 12. Okay, so it's a rectangle, green tick once we're finished, and that's our rectangular shape. Now the scrolling in and out feature, if we hold that down, we can also rotate our shape around like this. And if we want to look at, say, the front of our shape, we can hit the spacebar and look in at the front. We can hit it again, looking at the end view, and also look at the plan, so looking straight down the shape. Okay, so rectangle now at the moment, that is the base of our shape. Next we want this side coming up here and this side coming up here. Okay, so the overall height of them are 43, and they are 10 mil wide, and they go back here. It's not given, but we know that this is 30 and the whole thing is 70 or 100, so this is going to go back 70. Back into our SolidWorks, and we're going to hit spacebar and look straight in at our shape. Going to Features, Extrude Boss Base again, and starting with our sketch on this surface, and going to center rectangle, over to our rectangle feature again, and this time instead of picking center rectangle, we're going to pick corner rectangle. We're going right up to this corner here, one click, bring it out, and one click again. Okay, so we have our rectangle here, and we need to dimension that, and as we said, it's going to be 10 by 43 by 70. So 10 by 43 or by 70, and extruding it then by 43. Green tick. Okay, so that is one side of it. Now we need this rectangular prism over on this side as well. Now we could just draw another one of them, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to use this mirror feature here. So we're going to mirror it, and we're mirroring this guy here. Oh sorry, we are mirroring across the front plane. So we're going to flipping it across, and the features that we're mirroring is this guy here. Okay, so the whole thing is just going to jump across, green tick, there we go. Now the last thing we need to do is put this roof, let's say, on to our shape. So back into SolidWorks, have a look here, straight in at the back, and we are going to draw our triangular shape. So going to sketch, and we're going to sketch in a line on this surface here. So make sure it's on this surface. Starting from this corner, drawing a line across. You'll be prompted here that it's in the center, so click there and drag it down again. So that's our rectangle, or our triangle. This time now we want to dimension it. So the overall height of the shape is given as being 55 plus 24, so it's going to be 79 altogether. So from here to here is going to be 79, and we can green tick that. We're finished dimensioning, but what we want to make sure is that this point and this point are vertical. So pick one of these points, click, hold down your control key, click again, and make sure that these are over here vertical. And that's going to fully define the shape, so it's going to be all black lines. Green tick once you're done, and exit sketch. Into features, extrude boss base, and we see now that the roof is actually going in the wrong direction, so that's not what we want. To flip the direction, we're hitting this button, and we are extruding it by 70, so up to this line. Green tick, and that is our, let's say, house finished. Next thing I want you to do is go back to the question. So elevation is at arrow A, so this red arrow is elevation. So whatever surface we see on the elevation, we're going to make that red. So the red arrow is pointing in. So looking straight in at our elevation, and we're going to color that red. So over to appearances, double click here and go to solids, and just drag our red and drop, but we just want to color the face. So we're given a few options here. We can color the whole part red, we can color just the body red, just the extrude feature red, or actually just the face. So that's what I want to do, just the face is going to be red. And as well, we can drop red onto here for now, so we see that at the minute in the elevation. Okay, next step, the plan. So this yellow one here, so what we're going to see in just the plan. So looking down on top of it, and we see that we have two, we see this in the elevation, and we also see it in the plan. So we're actually going to color that shape orange, and we see this in the plan, so that's going to be yellow, and we see this in the plan, that is going to be yellow also. So we see all of that there in the plan, it's all going to be yellow. We can also see that there's hidden detail here, so if I highlight this edge free and rotate it just around to see what we'd have in the plan, that's where our hidden detail would be in our drawing, and there'd be another one over here as well. See our hidden detail? We'd also see it over here in our elevation, see our hidden detail there. Okay, so the last view that we have here in our question is the blue one, and that is C. So what are we going to see from C? Back into our SolidWorks. We're going to see this face here, and we're going to see this face here. Okay, so that's our shape. What we see in our elevation, what we see in our plan, what we see in our end view, and then what we see in both there. So we have that in both.